I'm Maggie Houston-White, and I'm delighted you're taking this virtual tour of Havergal today. Our students were thrilled to have an opportunity to speak with you about what makes Havergal such a special school. From our grounds, to our program, to our people, Havergal is a place that has been preparing young women to make a difference for over 125 years. We're looking forward to sharing what will make it special for you and your child.
What I love most about Havergal, and what I think really sets it apart, is our strong focus on community. Although there were many restrictions this year due to COVID-19, we have still been able to come together as a community through various online platforms and outdoor activities.
During in-person learning in the pandemic, I felt safe walking into school with grade-specific screenings and plenty of resources to clean surfaces before and after each class.
The green spaces have been an asset during the pandemic because we are able to take our class learning and move it outside. We are placed right in the middle of the city, and we are still so fortunate to have so much green around us at all times.
I'm so thankful to have a relationship with nature through my school campus that is on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewas, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples.
The Rotunda is the first space when you enter into Havergal, and it takes you into the BR Hall and the Ellen Knox Library.
When you enter the library, you automatically feel a connection to the history of Havergal, and it feels like you're becoming part of the school's legacy as well as your own.
If I had to pinpoint a space at Havergal that kind of embodies everything I love about it, that being the spirit and community, I think it would have to be the Brenda Robson Hall, as this space, first and foremost, is beautiful. It's where we meet actually 3 times a week for prayers, which is our assembly service, and there's just such a nice sense of community, and I honestly love it, and it's one of the things I'll miss most about Havergal when I graduate.
The classrooms at Havergal are always filled with energy and ideas. I especially love the Harkness-style classrooms for the social sciences, where we all sit around a table to engage in discussions and lively debates.
I took all 3 science courses in my time at Havergal, so biology, chemistry, and physics, and I accredit a lot of my learning in these spaces and a lot of the growth that I had in these spaces to the actual science labs themselves. Just being in a space that has the tools you need, the equipment you need to really get a kind of real-world experience that complements your learning was so beneficial to me, and I'm so grateful that I got to spend so much time in these wonderful spaces.
A space that I would love to show new families on a tour is the Tech Lab. This space is filled with all sorts of equipment that can be used for stop motion and documentary filmmaking, as well as advanced technology like the laser cutter and the 3D printer.
The gym, the pool, and the fitness center are also incredible spaces. It's just really nice having these spaces to promote our athleticism as Havergal. I know we have so many talented athletes at Havergal, and I know they've all really benefited from having these spaces.
On tours, I like to show new families the Resource Center, which is our library. There are always new and amazing books, publications, journals, and newspapers, and the quiet atmosphere makes it a great place to study.
I think it's one of the few places at the school that are pretty much quiet most of the time, and it's really beautiful in there. There's big windows and lots of natural light, and I just think it's got a calming presence to it.
The fact that Havergal has junior, middle, senior, and boarding students means that there is space for everyone at Havergal, and these spaces are important to the school as a whole because it allows students to branch out, connect, and learn from people having different experiences than themselves.
I can talk about boarding for hours. It's a place where I grew up for the last 3 years, made my lifelong friendships, and had an amazing time here. What makes it really unique is the diversity we have there. We have students from all over the world, and we get to see and share each other's culture, language, and create memories all together. What makes boarding really special and unique is the sense of support we have there regardless where we are. Regardless if you're here and you're doing school online or you're at home and doing everything online, you will still get to see your boarding friends, you will still get to attend the events happening in the school and boarding, and you will always be in the loop. You will also have your Dawn supporting you throughout the year.
I have been a student at Havergal since junior kindergarten, so the junior school always holds a special place in my heart. I have many memories of recesses spent outside and friendly snowball fights on the fields. The DeVici family wing was recently finished, and it is absolutely stunning. It has a new dining hall, art classrooms, STEM classrooms, and music classrooms.
The Junior School Art Studio has plenty of open space that supports large-scale projects, as well as an outdoor space where students can work while enjoying the view of the beautiful Burke Brook.
Of the new spaces at HC, I found myself going back to the bio wall and the area around it many times.
The moment you walk in, it feels, looks, and sounds like paradise with quiet rainforest sounds humming around the room. The bio wall was donated by HC Old Girls, and as a student, I appreciate it because it shows me that my well-being is essential.
The double-height upper school art studio located in the new build supplies students with a variety of media to experiment with, including a darkroom for photography, as well as an outdoor sculpture area.
I know from my friend's experience and my own that the Legacy Theatre and the Drama Studio are some fan favorites at Havergal because these are just such welcoming, comforting spaces where you really feel safe to kind of try different things out with your acting or your performing arts.
I love to connect with my friends in the North Quad to get some fresh air between classes. When the weather is nice, there are student performances called Footloose Friday where musicians can sing, dance, or recite poetry in the quad.
The music classrooms at Havergal are also just such wonderful spaces. So we have the vocal room, the strings room, and the band room. I'm just so grateful we had these spaces, and I know people who took band and strings also loved having these rooms dedicated to their talents where they could really refine it, perfect it, and work with really like-minded people on perfecting their music.
The dining hall, I think, is always a very high-energy place. There's a very strong sense of community there. Everyone's on break and everyone's just happy and eating, and I really love it.
The cafeteria holds a lot of great memories that I share with my friends. Talking over a cup of hot chocolate or munching on cookies, lunch and break time in the caf allows my friends and I to pause and to enjoy each other's company no matter how busy the day is.
Some advice that I would give students on their first day of Havergal is to take a deep breath because everything will be okay. Everyone is there to support you from your first day to your last day, and everyone has been in your shoes. Don't be afraid, try new things, and you know that people will be there to support you along the way.
I think what I value about learning at Havergal the most has got to be the teachers, because these teachers love what they're doing. You can tell, and it's really contagious. Being with a teacher that's so passionate about what they're talking about makes you want to be as into it as them. And I'm so grateful that I was surrounded by such passionate, intelligent individuals that really propelled my learning.
Besides the spaces at Havergal, there are also intangible things that make the school such a special place. This year, we've invented the word Gatorism, which is basically to describe the embodiment of the Havergal spirit and camaraderie. Havergal is more than just a strong community. There's an atmosphere of kindness and generosity and a sense of pride that comes with being part of this school, that you feel so strongly when you're here, and in my mind, it really sets Havergal apart from other places.